Discrimination against Asian Americans spiked during the coronavirus pandemic, and that's why lawmakers are pushing for this right now.
Asian Pacific Americans are often invisible in that discussion.
Connecticut's first Asian American Attorney General says this country has a history of injustices against Asian Pacific Americans.
But then, of course, President Trump started using terms like the China virus, calling COVID the China virus, calling it the Kung flu.
Asian Pacific Americans have been targeted across the country and in Connecticut recently. A woman was assaulted in Stamford by a store clerk who sprayed her with Lysol. Now lawmakers are working across the aisle on a bipartisan bill that would require Asian Pacific American history be taught in Connecticut public schools.
We can inform, we can raise awareness, and I think it's a sense of empowerment rather than a victimization.
State Senator Tony Hwang wrote his college thesis on one of the most egregious acts when Japanese Americans were forced into internment camps.
We can raise people's awareness of the impact of Asian Pacific Americans since the Transcendental Pacific Railroad.
Connecticut's Asian American leaders say they have felt invisible at times, and they say this bill would be one step towards ensuring curriculum is inclusive.
The history of Joseph Pierce, a Chinese American with a not Chinese sounding name who fought for the Union during the Civil War from Meriden. Or young Hwang, one of the first Chinese American students who came to study at Yale University. That's Connecticut's rich history.
And lawmakers say this bill would benefit everyone because they say this is a history that's been written out of the books. In Hartford, Samaya Hernandez, News 8.